You know, we didn't come here to cherry pick anybody. I think I wanted a tough opponent. That's exactly why we picked Luis Ortiz. He's strong, he's awkward, he's a lefty, but we had a long training camp. Well, we're here again. I just want to thank God for giving me another opportunity. You know, we didn't come here to cherry pick anybody. I think I wanted a tough opponent. That's exactly why we picked Luis Ortiz. He's strong, he's awkward, he's a lefty, but we had a long training camp. We're prepared for a lefty. We're prepared for if he tries to move around, if he tries to come forward. And like I said, I'm just thankful to be here, man. And I know from all the layouts that I had, and I think getting this victory, the main thing is just stay busy, stay active, stay prepared all the time. But like I said, I'm not underestimating Luis Ortiz. I know he comes over here to fight. He wants to become world champion. Like, God, let me become a world champion. And, you know, September 4th is going to go toe-to-toe. We're going to see who's going to be the winner. Thank you.
Luis on this team. He want all the smoke right now. He told Ortiz, listen, Ortiz, I know your knees are probably a bit dusty and a bit rusty right now, but even if you try and run, we're going to show you the real Mexicano. This ain't going to be no knockoff, fake ass, having ass, Bumelo Alvarez, Mexican style either. You're going to get the real thing, Ortiz. Your pack going to get rolled up and smoked on. We're going to smoke on that dusty 60-year-old pack, 100%, no doubt about it.
Vamos con Andy, un boxeador bastante fuerte, pegador.
Andy Ruiz says, I want to go toe-to-toe with King Kong. I'm sure that excites you when you hear the fact that toe-to-toe. Luis, I want to go to you. Obviously, when you hear the fact that he wants to go toe-to-toe with you, I'm sure that excites you. You're a heavy power puncher yourself. But what are your thoughts on the fact that Andy Ruiz says, I want to go toe-to-toe with King Kong?
Bueno, por el momento estamos teniendo una gran preparación. Sabemos que no vamos con ningún contrincante no vamos con ningún contrincante suave. Vamos con Andy, un boxeador bastante fuerte, pegador. Y nada, vamos a hacer nuestro trabajo.
As of right now, we're preparing for the best Andy Ruiz. We realize and we know that he's not just anybody. He's obviously a former world champion. That's never by luck. And we're preparing for that. He's ready for that. And so, you know, may the best man win on the 4th.
I've talked with you for several years, and you said that the fight that your camp was telling me about that they've always wanted is that against Andy Ruiz. Now that that fight is taking place on Sunday, September 4th, how excited are you? Because now you finally have what you've always wanted.
Nada, es aire porque esto va a ser una gran guerra. Somos dos boxeadores que nos gusta pelear y eso es lo que se va a dar el 4 de septiembre.
Very excited. Two fighters that love to fight, love to go to battle, and love to punch and punch hard. So it's you know, for him, a dream come true. Once again, like he said in his opening statement, thank you to Andy, and we'll be on September 4th. Not disappointing for the fans, and look forward to a great fight.
All right, we'll get back to you in a few moments, Luis. Andy,
For me, Ortiz too humble. To be fair, he does have that whole language barrier. That's always an issue with pure non-English speakers. I mean, who was it recently? Oh yeah, Canelo. Canelo, for example, look how much. Not being funny, I've tracked Canelo for the first 10 years of his career, yeah, where he wasn't speaking English, and he just, for me who's a native and only one language English speaker, yeah, I just didn't have that connection. And really it was Canelo who showed me how important the language connection is. But anyway, I'm waffling. The point is, for 10 years of Canelo's career, just couldn't feel nothing from him. And then he started speaking English, and all of a sudden, he telling Jamel Charlo, he telling the Charlos, he's telling Andre, he punking it left, right and centre. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah? So, it's one of them ones. You don't really know what Ortiz is saying. Half the time, these guys misinterpret anyway. But what I'm saying is, Andy said, no running, and you best watch your dusty ankles and your dusty knees, because you're going to get checked 100%. And obviously Ortiz ain't have nothing to say, which is a shame, because I'm sure Wilder and Ortiz had a bit of beef at one point. Anyway, man, listen, it is what it is. The good news is they might not have the trash talk, but at least with this fight we've got good quality. So I have to salute both men. This is a fight, even though it's late, but either way, this is a fight we actually should be getting. This for me is similar to the kind of level of Ryan Garcia versus Tank. Solid top 5 fight. So I do salute both men, regardless.
On June 1st, and that's exactly what we're trying to do from the beginning. I'm not here to lose weight. I'm not here to
Sunday, September 4th against Luis Ortiz. In regards to your physique, you're getting in better.
So this is another big fight to climb back into the ladders to get that opportunity.
We talked about climbing up the ladder, and we have seen this sort of metamorphosis with you in regards to your physique. You're getting in better shape every single time out. People are even saying, like, man, we don't even recognize Andy Ruiz. He's absolutely shredded. But can you tell us about what you finally get an opportunity to collide against Luis King Kong Ortiz on pay-per-view on Sunday, September 4th?
It feels good, you know. Like I said, I'm not underestimating him. We picked this. We agreed to fight Luis Ortiz. We picked this fight, and we know that this fight's not going to be easy. We know it's going to be tough. Especially he's a lefty. He's awkward. He has a different style than what I'm used to. But we've been training really hard at the gym, trying to perfect the craft and the styles. And like I said, I know he's going to come and bring it on. I know we're going to want to cut our heads off, you know. And you know, but we just got to do the best that we can to get this victory, because we both want to be champions. We both want to do this for our family, but we both want to do more legacy for our future. And I feel this is another big fight to climb back into the ladders to get that opportunity.
We talked about climbing up the ladder, and we have seen this sort of metamorphosis with you in regards to your physique. You're getting in better shape every single time out. People are even saying, like, man, we don't even recognize Andy Ruiz. He's absolutely shredded. But can you tell us about what you attribute that to as you head into this main event showdown on Sunday, September 4th against Luis Ortiz?
Yeah, I think the main focus is just training, you know, doing the boxing. This is not a weightlifting contest. You know, I feel like I got to bring it back like how I became a champion, you know, when I fought Anthony Joshua on June 1st. And that's exactly what we're trying to do from the beginning. I'm not here to lose weight. I'm not here to look the part. I just want to be the part. I want to feel strong. I want to feel explosive, and, you know, just do the same things that we were doing for June 1st against Anthony Joshua, because I kind of feel this is a similar fight like that, but the only thing different is that he's a lefty, you know. But you know, it's going to be a tough fight, but this is what we wanted. This is what we agreed on, and you know, I just got to do my best. Thank God that we got a good team. We got Osuna, we got Munir, we got Mendoza helping me out as well, and like I said, we just got to work hard, man. Work hard, because I know September 4th is going to be a hell of a fight. He's hungry, I'm hungry. It's going to be a hell of a fight.
Wow, breaking news. Mr. Andy Majin Buu Ruiz said, listen, I ain't with all that weight pumping business. I'm going to come in there nice and soft, nice and bubbly, and give some of you man the hubba bubba. That's what he said. He fixing to give Luis Ortiz the big Majin Buu hubba bubba. Yeah, there's big and bulbous, but I gotta be honest with you. I've been one of the key people saying that Ruiz needs to lose weight and come in lean. Yeah, 215 Mike Tyson style. And actually, I stick by that. I don't know what. I'm sorry, but losing weight, yeah, coming in shape is part of a lifestyle. It's part of a culture. No one, I don't care what no one says, genetically, yeah, no one is bubbly like that. It's about your diet. Andy Ruiz clearly just doesn't want to change his lifestyle, his diet. He wants to be doing all the extra stuff. And I'm sorry, but look at the rematch with AJ. That proved that being bubbly and whatever else ain't no good. Do you understand? So it's all in his mind. I think he's saying that he just doesn't want to focus on that. That's what he's saying now. He's saying he basically can't be bothered to focus on really changing in his lifestyle. He happy just to be freestyling with it. But like I said, man, end of the day, he tried to freestyle in the rematch. That said, he appears more... He wasn't training before the rematch, in all fairness. So he's clearly training now. We'll soon find out what time it is anyway. We'll soon find out. That's the great thing about these great fights. We can sit here and talk left and talk right. Ultimately, they're about to run it, 100%.
Luis, in your last fight on New Year's Day, you fought Charles Martin. It was an absolute battle for the 6 rounds that lasted. You were knocked down twice in the fight. What did you learn in that fight that you can carry into this matchup against Andy Ruiz?
Experiencia, uno recibe golpe, uno recibe experiencia.
Experience, just, you know, chalk it up to experience. Hiccup on his part, fight night, but, you know, experience, that's what he's going to carry in.
Does he feel that it is to his advantage that he's been a bit more active than that of Andy Ruiz? Andy hasn't fought since May of last year. You have fought once this year, obviously on New Year's Day. This is your second fight here in 2022.
Bueno, yo no creo en ventaja, solo creo en mente, en mantener la mente fuerte. Y yo lo que hago es mantenerme entrenando every day.
He doesn't believe in those type of advantages with inactivity or activity. He believes in the hard work and the mental makeup of a fighter, and that's what he's been working on, you know, every day for this particular fight.
Andy, are you concerned at all about ring rust? I mean, I know you've had layoffs in your career before, but are you concerned at all about ring rust since you haven't fought since that battle that you had against Chris Areola at Dignity Health Sports Park back in May?
A little bit, man, but like I said, I've been doing this all my life. I've been fighting since I was 6 years old. I think the muscle memory is there. I think the main thing was just staying busy and having a long training camp, especially for this type of fight. So having a long training camp, working the craft that I need to work on, especially of his style, is going to help me get through this fight on September 4th. But of course, sometimes we think about the ring rust here and there, but the way that we're looking in sparring, the way that we're doing good in the training, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling loose. I feel active, and you know, we're ready to rock and roll on September 4th.
This is your second straight fight here in...
Listen, Luis Ortiz just told you he ain't interested in no ring rust. Yeah, listen, when you've been dealing with ankle rust, and knee rust, and arthritic wrist rust, you ain't gonna worry about no ring rust, 100%. Yeah, and tell a lie, the only ring rust Luis Ortiz is fixing is to give Andy Ruiz some ring rust. He gonna give him all the ring rust round here, 100%. He pushing his dinner back in. Yeah, Andy Ruiz gonna wake up with a whole bunch of ring rust, 100%. All that McDonald's he had last week gonna end up all crusty right round his ring, 100%. That's what I'm just telling you. I speak Spanish. That's what Luis Ortiz said. Yeah, Andy Ruiz gonna wake up, his ring gonna be all crusty, 100%.
Andy también está teniendo peleadores en su mente para futuro después de este combate.
His main objective right now is win September 4, and then after that he's going to see who crawls out of the cave and steps up. So far hasn't been too many at the elite level. Andy
Assuming you get your hand raised on Sunday, September. Now for Luis, assuming you get your hand raised on Sunday, September 4th, what would that do for your career? And do you feel like a win over Andy Ruiz punches your ticket to a heavyweight title shot in your next fight?
Bueno, mi pronóstico es salir de esta pelea victorioso y después ver quién sale de la cueva. Los ganadores ahora, sé que Andy también está teniendo peleadores en su mente para futuro después de este combate.
His main objective right now is win September 4, and then after that he's going to see who crawls out of the cave and steps up. So far hasn't been too many at the elite level. Andy is one of them, but he's 100% sure that Andy wants the same prognosis, so therefore September 4th is going to be a great fight for that same reason.
Luis, your prediction for Sunday, September 4th, have you thought about the way in which the fight will end against Andy Ruiz on Fox Sports BBC pay-per-view?
Sí, lo pronóstico tanto lo piensa Andy como lo pienso yo. Esto es por nocaut, no creo que esto vaya a llegar a 2 asaltos.
Same prediction probably Andy has, which is by knockout. He's favoring himself, but this is definitely not going to go 12 rounds.
So no need for the judges, so says Luis King Kong Ortiz.
So, there you go then. Both men, for me, a little bit too humble. But, like I said, in their day, at least they're actually doing the fight. I guess, to some extent, the world has gone too far the other way. Too much of this, and then the fight don't happen. Look at Ryan Garcia. Look at Tank. Woof, 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 woof. No fight. So I'm going to hold back. And yeah, we'd all like more drama. But really, let's just sit back now, only a month away, and enjoy a true top 5 fight, which is really few and far between. We don't get these kind of fights. So your man, the YB, he gassed right now. This is going to be a cracker, I'd like to think. Especially now we know how vulnerable Ortiz is. And to be honest, even Andy Ruiz is vulnerable. Chris Arreola put him down. Chris Arreola had Andy Ruiz dropping it real low, getting low with it. Yeah? And we saw what Charlie Martin did with Ortiz. So these two men, we already know Dinosaur Ortiz is old. His whiskers, when you listen, it's not. Have you ever seen an old man try and box? Yeah? Your whiskers, they deteriorate. Ortiz's whiskers are clinging on by a thread string. Ruiz, equally. I don't know whether it was the shots AJ hit him with, whatever it is, Ruiz's his sustainability has dropped off significantly. That's why we saw Chris Arreola put him down. Chris Arreola, for the most part, don't put no one down. So yeah, it's going to be a barn burner. Salute to both men. Happy hunting, no doubt.